You may be wondering, why is it that these people dislike when I just come into work, I do my business, and I clock back out and I go home? Why is this with this 9 to 5 grind? Well, let's talk about it. Stay tuned. Now, any particular job that you work, regardless of what the job is, understand this. These employers don't care. Generally speaking, they do not care. One minute they will be nice to you, giving you praise, telling you all the things that they love about you. And I need you to understand how quickly this flips. When shit literally hits the fan, understand they will get rid of your position in a heartbeat. They will forget about all the compliments, all the things that they told you about yourself. None of that will matter. Because a lot of us, we hold on to things that, we get the praise for. Because as humans, we want to be praised. It's a normal thing for us humans. We want praise. But you have to understand about life, you have to get in the mode of praising yourself. A lot of us don't know how to do that in this 9 to 5 grind. We don't understand what praising ourselves means. Praising yourself means self-care. It means looking after your mental health, which is a part of self-care. It means coming out of that job. Coming out, listen closely, punching out on time. Don't give that job one more extra minute. If you don't have to, don't give it an extra minute. Because honestly, to let you know, they don't care. They don't care about extra minutes that you give to the actual job. They don't care about all the times you came in on snow days, days when it was unsafe for you to start your car and come to that physical location. They won't remember any of those things that you do. And I'm here to remind you, please look out for yourself. At the end of the day, they won't be paying your insurance if you crash your car on the way over to that job. They're not paying that. Guess who's going to pay that? You. Your insurance is going to tell you you have to pay a deductible in order to get your car fixed. And hopefully, knock on wood, you're not injured. Because guess what? That's going to affect your job now. That's going to affect your position. Now you're not able to do this position the proper way. So now you got to look into FMLA or some other standard that can help you during this process. So I need you to be smart about what you're doing, how you think going into these jobs. Because the 9 to 5 is not for the weak of heart. Can we all agree to that? As much as some people love their jobs, and I know there's people out there that love their jobs, and that's fine. This message may not be for them. But this is for the folk that understand what a job really is. A job, the acronym for a job is just over broke. That means they're going to pay you just over broke. They're not going to pay you an exponentially great amount of money. They're not. Because if they started paying 9 to 5 workers this way, most of us would keep the job, yeah, but at the same time, some of us will build to something else, and most likely we'll probably leave that position. Because we'll start to realize, hopefully, that, yeah, we're getting all this money, but now we want time. Remember, time is your biggest asset. So when you work so much, they are taking most of your time from you. Most of your time is going to that job. So a lot of the time, you can't spend it doing the things that you enjoy. But if you're getting paid this exponential amount of money, you're going to try to use it to gain some time back. Because now you're going to want to go on vacation. You're going to want to go away more. You're going to want to do things that require time. And they don't want you thinking this way. Trust me, this whole system was rigged. It was rigged. It was never meant to benefit you. It was meant to keep you running on a hamster wheel that gives you no breaks. And I'm not talking about those lunch breaks that you sit with Ted eating that processed dinner that you had from last night. I'm not talking about that. Those breaks are, yeah, won't go into that. But you have to understand this 9-to-5 grind is a heartless system. Some may agree with me, some may disagree with me, and it's fine. But I'm stating something based on my experiences and what I've been going through. And I know someone out there that's working a 9-to-5 right now can relate to what I'm saying. The job is not your life. The people on your job, a lot of them are living just to work. They're not working to live. They're living to work. So you have to figure out where your mind should be. Are you living to work or are you working to live? Which one? There are big differences between the two. And as time goes older, you are getting older. When you look in that mirror, are you happy going back and forth to this job? Are you happy driving miles and miles to get to a location just to punch in? The driving alone is already exhausting. Can you imagine when you finally park your car, you want to go back home? Or you want to recline the seat and go to sleep? The commute alone is exhausting and it's a burnout for many people. But let's go back into the main topic of why people dislike when you mind your business and you go home. Many people dislike when you mind your business. They don't like neutral people because neutral people don't show any particular favoritism. They're very neutral. They're in between. So when some employers see this, some of them are thinking, can I really trust this person? Is this person trustworthy if I need them to do something related to the company? I wonder, because they're very quiet. And let me tell you something about being quiet on the job. They hate that. There are employers that hate when you're quiet. They want to know your opinion on this company. Can they rely on you? If they need to call you for something, can they rely on you? But when you're quiet, they don't know. They don't like that mystery that quiet people bring, that quiet people emanate when they work. Because they don't show any bias towards anything. They're just in the middle. Now, the butt kissers, these are the ones that they know they can depend on. Yeah, bring him over. Yeah, I know he gonna help me out. Because they know certain people are going to say yes to everything. And they're going to go out of their way to impress the employer. They're going to go out of their way. They're going to skip lunch. They're going to do all of these ludicrous things. Skip lunch, stay an hour later past their time without getting paid. You got people out here that do this type of thing. They're going to skip their lunch, go an hour after work without getting paid for that extra hour. All to think they're going to get a promotion, which most likely probably won't happen. For some people, the promotion does happen. But is it really worth it? Is it really worth it? You have to ask yourself this question. And are you doing it the right way? Is kissing behind the right way to get promoted? To me, I will never kiss up to anyone because that's just not in my character. That's not in my personality to ever do that. And some employers, they want butt kissers on their side. They want yes men and yes women. So whenever they need help, whenever times are hard with the company, they can rely on these same people. And if you're neutral, back to the neutral people, if you're neutral, they don't know what to think about you. They don't know if they can trust you. They don't know if they can call upon you if anything goes wrong. Because these people just do the job. And a lot of them probably do a great job at that. So let's say they do a great job. These employers still won't trust these people. Even though they're doing a great job, they still feel, but why haven't I heard anything about this person? They don't even sit in the staff cafeteria. I don't even see them talking to anyone. What can I say about this person? So if something goes wrong, they can't even think of something detrimental to say about you because you're so quiet, you're so neutral. And guess what? Some of these employers will test you. They will test those neutral people. They'll ask you certain slick questions to try to figure you out mentally, to see where you are. What's your political affiliation? What do you think about X, Y, and Z? Things that have nothing to do with the job, but they'll ask you these questions because they're trying to figure you out. Don't let it work. Continue to be neutral. Continue to do what you have to do to get out of that job. Don't let these people try to figure you out. Even though they will try, don't give them any answers. Sometimes you just got to say, I don't feel comfortable answering that question. You got to realize you still have rights. You still have rights. Don't let this whole freedom of speech thing that's going on currently. That's a big topic right now. Freedom of speech. Let me tell you something about freedom of speech. Freedom of speech is very expensive, and I know that's an oxymoron. Freedom of speech is that item in the store that's been marked up, and now it's at an exponential rate that you have to pay. And let me tell you again, freedom of speech has consequences. It affects certain individuals depending on what narrative is confirmed and consolidated. Did you get that? Let me just sum it up. Freedom of speech is not free. It's a very costly item. And if your wallet cannot open up far enough to actually pay for it, based on looks, your race, your gender, there's so many aspects that can affect how people think of when it comes to freedom of speech. And if they want to say, oh yeah, your speech is free, you got it. Because there's a lot of goalpost moving going along. Got to understand that. The goalposts will continuously be moved when certain people say certain things. But I'm kind of going off on a mental tangent right now. Do what you have to do at your job. Don't let your job make or break you. You have a family at the end of the day. You have people that love you. Do your job, mind your business, and go home. I hope you guys stayed to the end of this video. I appreciate all you guys. Continuously follow your passions. I know you guys are still doing your 9-to-5s. I am too. But continuously find your passions. Find what you love to do. Because once you find what you love to do, it won't be work anymore. And you don't have to deal with these people, if that's your choice. Please subscribe, please like, please share the channel if you feel like it. I will see you guys next time. Peace.